Don't fight the ball. Let the club do some of the work.
When my grandfather started making clubs, he had some very definite opinions about the design of golf clubs. He believed that a golf club had to be playable to the average player. That's why he did so much sole-weighted technology, and it was very much ahead of its time, and he was the driving force behind it.
You know, Jesse, this hybrid, this 2011 version of the Bobby Jones hybrid, looks a lot like the one that's already in my bag. Why should I upgrade to this 2011?
Well, Rick, there's no question that this new hybrid, the Workshop Series hybrid, has a lot of similarities to the original one that we made in 2005. The Workshop Series hybrids are a culmination of 5 years of experience and feedback from players on how to improve my original design. It's a bolder, sleeker look. It frames the ball better at the address position. The face is a bit hotter. The crown is more aerodynamically set. The sole plate is also a lot sleeker for less turf drag.
Golf Magazine's 2011 equipment issue describes the Bobby Jones Workshop Edition hybrid as one of the highest rated hybrids in its class. All-around performer, is extremely versatile and easy to hit. Golf Magazine goes on to say our hybrids have a consistent high ball flight and outstanding production from assorted lies, including rough. Some of the Golf Magazine testers even describe the impact sensation as beautiful.
One of the key differences in the Workshop Series hybrid is the longer hosel that lets us bend it for upright or flat or open or closed face angle. That also raises the center of gravity just a little bit, which promotes a more penetrating ball flight. You really see the difference in this design in the win. These are the most versatile hybrids in golf. Half the battle in golf is confidence. If you don't have confidence with the club that you've got in your hand, looking down at the ball, you're not going to get a good shot. That's why you take a hybrid over a long iron. And the best hybrid, the most confidence-building hybrid in the game are our Bobby Jones hybrids. It doesn't make any sense to be using a club with a thick barrel hosel, a flat sole, straight leading edge, because that's going to grab in the rough. The heel or toe are going to grab, it's going to twist, you're going to hit these worm burners that hook or slice off in the distance. What you need is a club that's very versatile. You want a club that you can hit out of all kinds of lies, not just because it hits great off the fairway or it hits great at the driving range. You need a club that you can play with throughout the round. So if you have a club that has a very contoured sole, what that does is it minimizes the turf drag. It allows the club to be centered right in the middle of the sole plate, and because there's no place for the toe or heel to drag, you make much better contact with the ball.
Here's the situation. I'm faced with a downhill chip coming out of the rough to a very fast green. That's where the Bobby Jones hybrid comes into play. It makes this shot a lot easier. You move your left foot and hands forward. Now your club is following the terrain. You're just going to feed it. Take the club back and just tap it and feed the ball down towards the hole. And you know something? That shot just became a lot easier.
In 2011, when you face that difficult long iron shot to the green, do what so many golfers all over the world are doing. Don't hit it. Put a Bobby Jones hybrid in your hands instead and give yourself the best chance to succeed. Most players, especially anyone with a 10 handicap or higher, should seriously consider utilizing our hybrids to replace their 3-iron, 4-iron, and 5-iron. And stick with the hybrids because they are so much easier to hit.
What you need is a club that's very versatile. You want a club that you can hit out of all kinds of lies, not just because it hits great off the fairway or it hits great at the driving range. You need a club that you can play with throughout the round. So if you have a club that has a very contoured sole, what that does is it minimizes the turf drag. It allows the club to be centered right in the middle of the sole plate, and because there's no place for the toe or heel to drag, you make much better contact